Chat, hi. Wow, I'm coughing immediately. That must be a very good sign, chat. Whoop, hi. Hi, Yuna, how are you? Dude, I just got a notification from the company that does my therapy. Um uh, uh um they're holding a group meeting for religious trauma. Do you think I could join in like remotely? Hi Grimson, you're good. I'm doing great. I'm thinking about I just got a notification that my therapy company's holding a religious trauma thing. Do you think that would be good content if I went in there and streamed it? But yeah. I think that would be cool because I was raised Catholic and that should tell you everything that you need to know. You know. Don't think it an animal. What do you mean? I think it would do great wonders. I mean, they stole my foreskin, and I've never been able to like mentally recover from that, you know? So I think if I go in there and talk to them about it, you got it. It'll be fun. They what? Alright. Anyway. Um, 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 but yeah. How's everybody's weekend, by the way? I went and actually, I don't remember what I did. I'm gonna be honest. Oh, I sorted through all the Pokemon cards that I got last weekend. So that's cool. You could eat their flesh just like in normal therapy. I don't think they do that in normal therapy. I've been going for, well, maybe they do. I wouldn't know. I've only been in it for like a few months, like recently. At least my current therapist. And we haven't gotten to the part where we like cannibalize each other. Is that something that was like documented in like, never mind. I don't want to get into that on my stream. I mean, I guess, does biting fingernails count? Because I know that's a sign of stress. And I do have very, like, messed up fingernails. Well, they're not messed up, but they are very bitten. That's why it's so hard to find a therapist. Yeah, I guess you're right. The patients are all just like eating their therapists, which I guess is like a rite of passage for for like them, because it's like you can't say you've like you've really helped society until you've been eaten by a mentally unwell 16-year-old, you know? they've been struggling in history class too much to the point where they're like they studied up on the Oregon Trail in their off time and they're like, I want to do that. By the way, did you watch Hell of a Blessed Husband Hotel yet? No, I didn't. I still need to. I keep forgetting. I think you just need to like tie me to a chair and like pry my eyes open with like paper clips and then just like play the entire thing on a big screen in front of me. I think that's what needs to happen, because if not, I'm just going to keep like procrastinating. Not even gonna lie to you. I think say less. All right, bet. I'll bring the chair. Um, I don't have any of the other stuff though, so. But yeah. And then afterward, uh, we can watch the new Homestuck that's made by the same person, and then we can officially become like the sloths that live in our parents' basement. Sometimes I'm procrastinating from procrastinating. Well, yeah, but like procrastinating is like perfectly fine because like you only procrastinate because you know you can still get what you need to do done at some point, right? Like like if you have a deadline for something and you know you can get it done in like one day, why wouldn't you procrastinate? Like come on. Live your life. I got better things to do. I gotta watch people mesh blocks together in a program online. I don't want to write a report for my company, you know? I'm the opposite, I can't get things done. Well, lock in. It's 2 words, man. I don't know, I feel very unhinged today. I don't know why. I just do. I'm in a mood today, I guess. I'm in a mood. 2 words, not now. How about 2 words? Your mom. Alright. You can unfollow, it's okay. That sucked. Alright. Anyway. We're starting a new Pokemon today. 2 words. You're so right. Why didn't I think of that? We're starting a new Pokemon today. And I have procured the workspace already. And I also have a new bag of hauls, which is cool. I showed the camera, and then I realized that I'm a VTuber, and I can't show the camera. But it's actually 2 words. The ugly bat one? No, he's not ugly. Look at him. Hold on. Whoop. Where is it? Here he is. You call this little guy ugly? Also, we gotta make this one anatomically correct, because otherwise Koishi's gonna crash out, and I'm afraid of what she's capable of. Make the bat furry now. See, you don't say that, you'll summon her. Not that she's unwelcome, but like, I'm kind of afraid. Like, what am I gonna do against the wrath of, like, I don't know. You know what I mean? I bet you would be afraid too. Afraid of someone on the little internet and not the 2 literal demons? Well, that's fine though, because you guys are chill. You guys, we're like the trio of we're like the 3 Stooges, and then everyone else is just like terrifying, you know? Do you know how to find good VR chat models with this magic system thingy? No, I don't. I've never touched VR chat. I don't know anything about it. Not unless you want to pay. I've never downloaded VR chat. I've never used VR chat. The only thing I've ever done in VR is play Beat Saber, and it gave me a headache because the headset was like too tight around my head. I can't find any of them. Alright, I'm not gonna lie to you, I have no idea how I'm gonna model this thing. I think I might look to like Growlithe for inspiration. Which actually, I'm gonna do that right now. Where is Growlithe? I know it's possible to make your own VR chat models, but... Dude, wait. You could probably make a VR chat model in Blockbench and then rig it, because you can do, like, actual real rigging in Blockbench. And you don't have to use cubes, you can make, like, low poly models as well. Last time you were with a random group, and all you did for, like, 3 hours was go heh like Saints. You told them about a time when it got really cold. I'm not sure if Blockbench is compatible with VR chat. Well, all that matters is you can export it, right? I'll make it over in Blender. Yeah, fair enough. Hold on, what was I doing? Right, Growlithe. Did that work? Wait, I'm an idiot. Okay, never mind. Hold on. I opened their data file on accident. References, models. There we go. Growlithe. Boop. Wow, he's much more complicated than I thought. Blender to Unity to VR chat. Why do you gotta run it through Unity? Wait, what? Can't you just, like, rig it in Blender and then export it? Like, what's the Unity step? Boop. Pokemon. Number 58. Boop. Here's Growlithe. Oh my god, look at him! He's got a face in his fluff. Look at that. Unity converts it so it's compatible. Oh. So why can't Blender just do that? That doesn't make any sense. I mean, it's cool. I don't get it though. Look at this thing's ears, by the way. I guess for the fluff on Vampira, I can kind of just make it full blocks and then just like make the little weepy beeps when I need to. It only gives you .blend files. Weird. You'd think that you would be able to like export it to different file types. I guess not. Alright, I actually like how they did the eyes on Growlithe. That's cool. It's cool that I can see what they did. I wish it was that easy. And this is why we use Blockbench, because you can export it as a Blockbench model or a Bedrock geometry or a Java, whatever they do for Java, because I don't use Java, so I don't know. We're gonna make this guy's eyes first, I think. And to that effect, I think they're gonna be this big. And it's gonna be a little wacky. But we'll run with it, I think. Excuse me. You know? I'm dying, chat. My eulogy. Give everything to my dog. I don't own a dog, but like, give everything to him because I'm greedy and I don't want anyone else to have it. Honestly? Maybe I should make... I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing, chat. I don't know how I'm gonna make this thing's eyes, because I want them to be like buggy eyes, like Paris or like Anorith. But I don't know if that's gonna be possible. Can I eat it? Yeah. Go ahead. It's all yours. I mean, I'm not gonna have it, so like, I don't actually care that much. Hmm. Hmm. You're still shiny hunting, Lugia. I was hunting for, EX cards. I found a few, but I'm nowhere near where I want to be at, which is kind of disappointing. But I don't know what I expected. Because, like, I don't know. At the moment, I can't really get more. A, because I need to, like, afford food and such, but also B, I'm just, like, completely out of space for cards. Like, I don't have any more storage room. I need to, like, get more storage room. You're only hunting for cute designs. Fair enough. I'm hunting to play the game, because I want to play physical TCG. I think I've said this already, but it's fun to reiterate. Did you hear about Toy Story 5 is now a thing? Yeah, and Toby Fox worked on it, or did something, or is trolling. You hear about that? But not on Pokemon cards, you're more into Yu-Gi-Oh! That's fair, honestly. I've mainly seen people talk about, Pokemon and Magic, but I know Yu-Gi-Oh! Is pretty big as well. Same. All those people won't duel me. It's time to I don't know how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Can I be real? All I know is Blue Eyes White Dragon and Dark Magician. And Pot of Greed. Isn't it funny how Pokemon TCG releases like a new variant of their Pot of Greed like every like year, and it's like just flat out allowed, and then Magic's or not Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh's just like, no, you can't get more cards, it's illegal. And then Pokemon's like, I'll freaking do it again. I will. I got more fodder characters in these Pokemon games that I need to give a purpose to in the TCG. Let's make them draw 3 cards. You get a deck that makes you invincible with enough luck. You beat a deck that made someone invincible. See, all you gotta do is get the Beware card that's just like flip 2 coins if both of them are heads and knock out your opponent. GG. You know what's crazy? I've never actually thought of like the scale of what Vampira would be. He's kind of just like fat, then that's it. Neon, we should also get you into Yu-Gi-Oh! How many card games can chat get me into before I feel overwhelmed? That's the new challenge. Excuse me. The monster on their side was unaffected by any card and had like 100 grand attack and you beat it. That just feels like skill issue on their side. Like, how could you have something like that and still lose? Like, at that point, just like, give up. Boop. Wait. This could end up looking really goofy, and I'm here for it. Hold on. They lost simply because you had the obelisk and they triggered its effect. I don't know what that is. Boo. Boop doop 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 boo. Boo. Boop, boo, doop, boo. I'm really struggling here, I'm not gonna lie, chat. Obelisk doesn't affect attack, it just makes them lose LP. So you're just like, silence! I banish you! And then you send them to the Shadow Realm. They set a card at play that let them regain LP, so they messed up. Oh. Yeah, maybe a little bit. I'm sure it's fine, though. Classic mistake, as they say. Chat, can I be real? I've only ever drawn this guy from the front, so I don't know what he looks like. Am I cooked? Boop. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to make him bigger, first of all. Boop, 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 boop. I'm gonna make his model bigger just so I can see what I'm doing better. He looks like an alien right now. Maybe he's like slim thick, you know? Where he's like a little tubby, but he's still got it, you know? The things you've done with that deck. Like maybe this guy's got a sleeper build. I don't think his eyes should bug out that much though. I don't even know if his eyes should bug out at all. That's the thing. Excuse me. Because I would do this. At what point does it stop looking like a bat, though? He feels too wide. Boom, 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 ba da ba da ba ba da ba da ba ba do. Because the ears are going to be hard to get. The ears are going to be very hard to get right if I do it like this. Unless... let's see here. I could do... Well, first of all, I want to make this centered on 1. So we're going to have to make it at least this big. Okay. Excuse me. Doo-doo. It's physically unbeatable? Well, we'll see about that, Crimson. Your unbeatable deck versus my Exodia. I think I just need to get the proportions right for now. I think that's my main issue. I need to get the proportions. Which, in this case, I feel like the proportions aren't actually going to be that bad. I think they should just be like this. Boop! And then the fluff is what's gonna make him change the most drastically. So I would say... we take his hair, right? And we do something like this. And it's gonna look goofy at first, but that's fine. And then we can just do something like that. And then, like, this. Boop. Excuse me. So Crimson, you don't even know the anime rules anymore? You watched this show like 4 or 5 years ago. There are no rules? Okay, so in that case, if there are no rules, then I can just say, okay, I see your deck, and I win. Too bad. I don't make the rules. There are no rules. Sorry. Boop. This is 12, right? I think? Yeah, it was. And then it goes back 32. 32. Boop. Boop. And we do this, and we make this go back. Not like that. Why don't you just copy and then flip? Because I like to make things difficult for myself, if you haven't figured it out already. I don't know if I like. Ay. Two like that, and then like that, and I can just I can just make the fluff like this all the way around his head. Okay. The fun thing in the anime is what the 4Kids do it. See, the 4Kids always ruin it though. Like, that's not like a new thing. That's just like as soon as they get their fingers on it, it's just like I'm going to make this PG. But then in reality what they actually do is they just make it like I'm convinced the 4Kids goal isn't even to like make it suitable for audiences. I think they just want to like see people just like cringe. I think they feed off of like the negative emotions of people, and they just siphon that stuff up when every time somebody is just like ugh, they're just like, and then that's how they pay their employees. They like convert it into like gold and silver coins. We get the Shadow Realm meme? I guess so. I feel like this guy's eyes can't physically be this big. I feel like they need to be slightly smaller. I also feel like his head's too tall now because of his fluff. Boop. Boop. I duplicated this. Did I not? There we go. Make one eye small and the other one big. Oh yeah, you're right. This looks really just like not correct. I don't know what it is about it. But something's just off. Something's very wrong. And I can't put my finger on it. He looks like Kermit the Frog in like beta testing. What we can do is this. Boop boop. Like that. He looks like a cube. Dude. I can't wait to, I don't know, what do you do with cubes? What am I freaking doing? 45 degrees. Chat, am I washed, to be honest? Boop. And then I can do this. Like that. Like that, maybe? No. Like that. There we go. Then all I gotta do is this. And this. And then just like that, we got his ears. Except I feel like they're a little too big. But I feel like they're a little too small. Ah, we'll see. You square the cube. Of course. And then I cube the square, and then I factor it, and then I throw it in the trash because I don't know what I'm doing. Whoop. And now he's Mascoon again. Tell me what the square root of a square's cube is. Well, to that I say I didn't go to school. Actually, I did, but like I might as well not have because I don't remember anything from it. This doesn't look real. I don't know what I'm doing. Hi Koishi, how are you? This stream is sponsored by Golden Go Nation. I mean, I'm fine with that. I'd love to be sponsored by Golden Go. I want to be rich. Who doesn't? Another bet? Yeah, I told you. Maybe you should have done the bet first instead of this one. No. Will this one have boobs? I don't know. Will it? Also, I don't know what I'm making. I'm making like an abomination. This isn't him. Like... Like, I could try adding more of these, but I don't know if it's gonna help at all. The evolution hopefully will. Boop. What if I do this, and then we're just gonna cope and trust the process until we get something that looks good, okay, chat? And if I see anyone doubting, if I see a single person doubting, they're getting timed out because they obviously don't trust my skills as a 3D modeler. Whoop! We can move this back a little, and so it can... I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed. Hey, I told you how it's gonna go down. And I feel like everybody just kept ignoring the fact that I said I would make it next gen. And then people just like looked past that and pretended like I didn't say it. So at that point, I feel like it's no longer my fault. Say what? Yeah, that's right. What did you say? It's 100% my fault? Nuh-uh, nuh-uh. It's not, that's the thing though. Boop. I mean, Neon, come on. The viewers clearly want it. Yeah, next gen. See, Crimson gets it. We have to wait for Neon Fake Dicks 2. Crimson's a nerd. We want it now. No, he's not. Crimson just pays attention. Whoop. We can do 17 here. Wait, but before we do, gotta move it to the other side. Gotta move it to the other side, chat. Dude, I knocked my Tums off my desk before stream, and I was very distraught about it. I was like yelling. I'm like, my Tums! I dropped the Tums! And I made a really big deal about it. And if anyone were to hear me, I'm sure they would have thought I had like something wrong with, like maybe I was dropped as a kid or something. Boop. Was I dropped as a kid? I mean, would it make any difference if I was? That's my question. I mean, look at me. Yeah, how about you get Bat Furry model animation and then I just add it? Like as its own add-on, maybe. Hold on, for my own sanity, I need to just turn this into a straight up model real quick and just look at it to make sure I'm not losing my entire marbles. Boop. I'm just gonna apply a quick texture to it, okay? And just to make sure that it looks like a Pokemon. Hi Kato, how are you? No, oh, I can't make add-ons, I have no idea about coding. Just take my add-on and then rename one of the data files to whatever you're doing. Alright. We're gonna check this out. Boop boop. Also, Kato, to answer your question, I'm struggling. But we're making do. Boop. Because this is like roughly what he looks like, right? Boop, boop. Boop, boop. You know? Does this look reasonable? Like, I feel like once I texture it, you start to see the vision a little bit. What you're saying is if you have the assets, I'll add it to the fake decks. Well, I won't add it to the fake decks, but like I might be able to make like a separate add-on for it. The fake decks already has like dex numbers for everything and whatnot. Like there's an order to it. See, tell me why this looks fine now. Boop. The ideal body type, weird cube bat guy. Yeah, he's built like me for real. Okay, now that I've seen it like this, I suddenly have faith again. Not even gonna lie to you. I have faith again seeing this, like... like, this suddenly looks not terrible now. So, I'm just gonna keep rolling with it. Excuse me. Pikmin 2 President on crack? What is Pikmin 2 President? I haven't played the Pikmin games. And that might be a crime, depending on who you tell. But, I'm gonna hope that it's not to my Twitch chat. Because I don't know a lot of people that have played the Pikmin games. He's like the same shape. I mean, I'll believe it. I am too. Kidding. I don't want to ruin chat. I don't want to ruin chat's mental image of me too much. Even though they probably depict me in their head as like way hotter than I actually am. And even if you don't, I'm still right and you're wrong. See, look at this! Look at this! Suddenly Peak has hit the stream. Yeah, and I'll need to do a second collab with you where you tell me how to make a Cobblemon add-on that's compatible with my add-on. Okay! Tell me the time. Time and place, baby. That reminds me, I also need to talk to Kato because I did offer a collab with Kato. We need to like get on Discord and talk about that. I'm gonna be real, Peak isn't quite what this is because there's no boobs. Well, I feel like art takes time, and if we just have some patience, I'm sure all will be well with the world, and we'll all get what we want in the end. Wait, and then I can do this. Hold on, check this out. Boop, boop. He's suddenly a Pokemon. Except we need to change the eyes in the, I feel like art needs boobs in the on. That's fair, honestly. Like, artistically, something just looks more appealing when there's, like, stuff to look at, you know? So, I can't blame you for that, take it all. In fact, I think I agree with you. That's not to say it's required, but it's definitely a great piece. Peak is a game without a physical version of available copies. I can't hit stuff. Well, it can hit things metaphorically, you know? I feel like I need to add more, like fluff around the edges. Or unless I can do this and have it look fine, but I don't think I can because of the stuff at the bottom. But I could also just do this. Whoop! And just have it do something like this. There's one thing you like seeing. It's a YouTuber who takes bootleg versions of Pokemon toys and makes fake mon based on them. Wait, that's actually sick. I feel like it needs thighs. It can hit me emotion. Yeah. Okay, but let's be real. Where would I even put thighs on this thing? It doesn't have legs. It just has little fangs. Little fangs. I need to give it its stupid grin as well. Like they look off like slightly pink Charmander and it makes a fire. I know the toys you're talking about because I used to have them because they would sell them at like Pokemon events that I would used to go to when I'm a kid. Stretch out the torso, then turn it into Lopunny. Yep. Hold on. Somebody said something in chat, and I don't remember what they said, but it made me think of something, and I forgot about it. So, whatever I was thinking about, that's lost forever now. Alright, as for the smile... Whoop! I'm just gonna make it purple for now. What did I think about? That's the thing, I don't remember. Whoop. Wait, this is gonna look cursed as heck. Like that. Like that. Boom, boom, boom. Don't forget that you forgot to remember. Okay. I'll just dedicate all of my mental fortitude right now into remembering the thing that I was about to say. Ready for this? Just like end stream because like it explodes. I don't know. I don't know where this bit's going, and I don't know if I can. We can throw these down here, I guess. Whoop. And then. That's hideous. Hold on. Whoop. Ah! Why is there a middle part? Where'd that come from? It'd have to be like a really dark version of this color. Nope. Whoop. You know? That is deeply disturbing. Can you send me a link? Yeah, sure, why not? I've played these games before though, so I know what's gonna end up happening. Okay, chat, new task. How do we make this not deeply disturbing? I can think of one way, and it involves abortion. Whoop. Something about it's just wrong. Make it more human-like. Of course, of course. Wait. Die! Stop. That didn't fix things at all. Boop. Maybe make my mouth like half a pixel. I thought about that. I'd have to do that in the animations, which would be weird. And then I also, hold on, I also need to do this, so. Wait, not that. I need to do this, I think. Maybe. And then I need to do this. Boop. And then I need to move this down. No idea if this is gonna work or if I need to make this like way more complicated. Yeah, and you actually found one? Found what? Like a bat furry? Boop. And then we can do this and then come over here and do that and that and that. This does not look correct. Hold on. This needs to go one more out. It like almost looks acceptable. No, who am I kidding? This looks like me if I had like. This looks like me if I did crack. Like, come on. We gotta lock in. Now he looks disappointed. He's just sad now. Yeah, do you know about the Great Pokemon War? The one that happened in Orez or whatever? Wait. Stop doing this, Blockbench. Hello? Hello? Boop. No. Yeah, you gotta look at the link. Alright. Bet. Oh, everybody's sending me everything. Bootleg Pokemon toys. Yeah, that's the link. Okay. I'm looking at what Koishu just sent me. I mean, like, shake it up, obviously. Yeah, Koishi found a bat furry. A nice link, right? Yeah. It reminds me of the other ones you sent. Wait a second. He looks like he's like, he's not too keen about that one. He looks like it's like half furry, not really a furry. It's very Zoroark coded though. This guy looks like he just saw something that isn't it. Maybe I could work with that though. Maybe I could like put a mouth there. Imagine a bat version of Zoroark. Sent me another one. Wow. Dude, no way. Do. Wow, I guessed the song correctly. Chat, did you guess the song correctly? Because I did, and I feel pretty good about myself because I know the playlist. It's a pretty link, isn't it? See, here's the thing. I know they designed, like... I know they designed Breath of the Wild / Tears of the Kingdom Link to just be, like... the most twink looking like creature in all of existence. I feel like I'm putting down a reasonable suggestion here, not even a meme anymore. I think it's just a good idea. Boop 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 doop boop boop. That's not right. Hold on. What the hecky? Whoop. There will be bat furry eventually. Boop 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 boop. And then I can do this. What? I had a train of thought about Link. What was it? Somebody remind me. He was like designed for people to like want to draw him in like bikinis and stuff because he's just like the most twink character that Nintendo's ever created. Yeah. But it's like I don't like it that much. I feel like there are better twinks out there. I feel like that version of Link, it's just like low-hanging fruit, you know? I feel like there's so many better options. Link is transition goal for everyone. I mean, I guess you could look at it like that, I suppose. I should add this guy's nose. For me, Link is kind of another goal. I guess so. I mean, he is built like everybody's dream. I can't deny that. Like, people don't want to be with him, they want to be him, you know? And I think that's where Nintendo messed up. Because I feel like their goal was to be like, oh, he's so hot, but then it's like, it's that meme where it's like, I must go to the gym to look like him right now. You know what I'm talking about? And I don't know, I don't even know if I don't even know if I don't even know if that's what they were going for. This looks so dumb. Hold on. Excuse me. The fan artists are to blame. What's wrong with the fan artists? I mean, I think the fan artist was just the goal of Nintendo because Shiggy Miggy needed something to just like frame on his wall, and he was too embarrassed to ask his artists to be like, draw Link shirtless and blushing. Yeah, and I don't know what you're cooking here. I don't either. You think I own this kitchen? No, I rented it from Ramsey, and he's got his head in his hands in the corner. I paid a lot of money to be here, and hello, please get out of my fridge. Yeah, exactly. I'm exposing the bodies in his freezer. Hold on. If I do this... Neon the type to boil water in a microwave. Okay, but that just happens. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I literally... Okay, I made pasta. Hi, how are you? TLP. Long time no see. How are you doing? But like, back to what you were saying, Koichi. Like I made pasta yesterday. I made what was it? It was like butter noodles with garlic and chives, and it was really good. But I did boil the water on the stove. However, there is the thing when you make tea, and you heat up the water in the microwave, and if you put it in for too long, it will start boiling. Do you not have a kettle? Kettles are not something that Americans have. We use the microwave or the stove. You don't make tea in a microwave? Yes, you do. What do you mean? You put water in the teacup, and then you put it in the microwave for like a minute and a half or 2 minutes, depending. And then you take it out, and then you put the tea leaves in, and you wait it for and then you put the tea leaves in, and you leave it for like 2 minutes, and then you add like heavy cream and stuff, and then you add like butter, and you add like salt, and it's delicious. Bro's actually never had tea before. What do you mean? It's good. Yeah, what the fuck? No, you gotta trust me on this. It's actually really good. And it's really good for when you have a sore throat like I do right now. You know? And for the record, I have had regular tea before. You sound like the one clip of the dude trying to describe what a boob feels like when he's never felt one before. I'm begging you to get a kettle. I don't need a kettle. What I have works fine. You're flapping nonsense. No, okay. You can't just knock it immediately. You have to at least, like, hear me out here. It's genuinely good when you make it like that. The salt killed me. What do you mean? You put in a little salt, and then you have this, like... Then you have this, like, delicious... It's kind of like... If you ever heard of, like... I don't even know what it's called. It's similar to that one kind of coffee you can make. And I just don't remember what the coffee is called. Don't put salt in there. Yes, put salt in there. If you don't put salt, it just tastes like tea and heavy cream, and it's like it's like too savory. Every step of this concoction is a sin. No, it's not. It's delicious. Anyways. I'm gonna make his nose thing smaller. There we go.
Kettle money.
Thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. the 3 month. I appreciate that. That means a lot. Thank you so much. I'm reporting the stream for abuse. Nuh-uh. It's water and tea flavor thingy. Maybe sugar, honey, or milk. See, but then you just take the milk and you replace it with heavy cream. That's like basically the same thing. You can't say, oh, I put milk in my tea, but then the second you hear heavy cream, you're just like, no. Like, it's like essentially the same thing. One's just like slightly thicker. Please stop, doggy. You're making coffee without the coffee? Okay. And what if that's what I want? What if I don't like the taste of coffee and I prefer the taste of tea, but I want to have it in like a coffee sort of context? Milk is a bad option, but it's still more acceptable than heavy cream or salt. No, there are people who will side with me on this. I know there are. I don't like coffee, so I just make you tea, you freak. The tea option is a war crime. I don't get I don't get what's so bad about it. It tastes good. You can make your microwave water stew, but don't call it tea. It's not stew. Abomination tea. I think he's been in space for too long. You gotta understand. Hi, Marcio. You gotta understand. At least, like, try it, okay? You take your tea, and then you put like a couple of spoonfuls of heavy cream. And then you like stir it until it's like opaque and it's like that nice brown color. And then you add a little bit of salt, like not a lot of salt, like a little bit of salt, and then like just like a little slice of butter, and then you stir it, until the butter melts. And you drink it, and it's this like nice, creamy, salty, delicious drink. You guys gotta trust me on this. Please at least put a trigger warning before you start this again. Man, I just can't catch a break, can I? Alright. I'll stop. And I thought milk was weird a bit ago. Alright, I'll stop, but you guys have to pick a new... I'm gonna get a second opinion. Can you describe the recipe? I just did! I just did describe the recipe. You take your hot tea. Please never talk about this again. Okay. Crimson, can we make a poll in chat? Can we make a poll in chat about this? I don't know if I've ever made a poll. I don't know how to do that. All right, bet. How do I do this? Koichi, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate that. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. What the heck is that? I've never seen that before. What the heck? That's crazy. I don't even have like an alert for that because I didn't know that was possible. On /poll. Boop. I'm making a poll. Give me a second. Okay, there we go. Do we move on from what you guys assume to be an abomination through pure prejudice? Can't make the poll for my phone. See, you know, if I make that the poll though, it's gonna just be like overwhelmingly one option. Let's see here. Can we please go back to the bat furry? I'm looking at the poll. Neon, what's my favorite furry type? I don't know. I don't really have a preference, I wouldn't say. I've never really given it that much thought. I think it's a good idea if Neon won't give it the light of day. Can we talk about that? Hey, I've given it plenty of light of day, I feel like. Beep boo doo doo boo. What does one mean by furry? Like, you mean like the species of animal that it anthropomorphizes? Because that's a word. Is that what you mean? Is that what you mean? Or do you mean like, aesthetic or like... What would my fursona be? / is my fursona? Well, I don't have a fursona. Because I'm not a furry. Like non-derogatory, but like I don't personally classify myself as one of those, so I don't know. Cat or a bunny? What would it be though? I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't want to have one of those like basic, because like, you know, the default furry that like everyone has at some point where it's just like the copy and paste like a furry character with a microwave and tea. Don't call it tea, quote unquote. It has tea in it. It's like if you got like a milkshake from Arby's and then it has like other ingredients other than milk, so the milk in milkshake is in quotes. Leon, good lord, move on, please. See, hold on. How did the poll end? Give it a second. Boop. I can't. How do I see the results of the poll? Hello? I don't even know how I see the results of the poll. Can I be real? I don't know where. I don't know how that. I don't know. I don't know. It tied 1-1. Alright. Oh well. Not even chat can make up their minds. Nose 1. Nose 2. That doesn't make it tea? What do you mean? It's like the first thing you add to it. So you make tea and then you add stuff to it and it's no longer tea? I don't get it. I forgive me. I don't get it. All right. I'm going to now delete the texture. Boop. And now he's gonna look like a lion with down, but you know what? We'll live with it. Boop. 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 If you have tea, real actual tea, and pour 6 kilograms of iron shavings into it, is it still tea? Yeah? It's just got iron in it. Mine is just tea with heavy cream and, like, butter in it. You make a tomato soup and put ingredients in it to make pesto. I guess. Is that actually how pesto is made, by the way? I don't know what... okay, I've had pesto a ton of times. I don't actually know what's in it. Boo-doo-doo-doo. Not only does Neon not know what tea is, but he doesn't know what cooking is. I know what cooking is. I can cook. Not exactly, but you could make it that way. I've been practicing learning how to cook, like literally. Like I said, I made garlic and chive noodles yesterday. Because I'm like, I should experiment. Boop-a-doo. Don't kappa me. Excuse me. Boop. Did you make them in a microwave too? No, I boiled water in a pot on the stove, and I put the noodles in them. They're gluten-free noodles too. They're made of chickpeas. They're one ingredient. They're chickpea noodles, and they taste exactly the same as regular noodles. Before you go insane over that. It goes to the crazy person who makes candy into their tea. Hey, I've seen like hot chocolate that like melts like peppermint into it. I've seen that. I've had that before. It's not great, but like it exists. You know? Neon, don't you defend them? Hey, I apologize for trying to give them like the smallest amount of credit. I feel like you shouldn't knock something until you try it. And if you try it and it's complete dog water, then like more power to you, you know? But like until that point, you shouldn't just judge based on what's in it, you know? Like, if that were the case, like, soda as, like, a beverage would have never taken off because it's full of, like, the worst garbage known to man, but people drink that stuff like it's water. You know what I mean? Boop. Boop. Okay, this thing's just not gonna be centered. Yeah, do not compare your potion with soda. Shadow Money Wizard Gang. We love making potions and casting spells. Okay, why is this just not centered at all, by the way? This is centered. Soda isn't water even though it has some water in it. Yeah, it's also got, like, evil chemicals of death. And I feel like that's the first problem we should be looking at. Like, at least the stuff in my drink doesn't, like, actively harm your teeth or your body's functions, you know? Setting a high bar for myself? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? How is that setting a high bar? At least it won't kill me. Chat, I just can't win against you guys, can I? You're just gonna keep finding ways to combat what I think is a pretty dang okay thing to have and consume, and it's especially soothing if you're like sick or whatnot. I need you to taste something real and raise your standards. Okay. I raise you this. Actually, I don't. Never mind. Yeah, like eat some pineapple and ham pizza. You know what's funny? I actually was going to bring up pizza, and I guess I will now, just because why not? You brought up pizza, and I was thinking about pizza. You know, just do whatever makes you happy. I just realized I don't care this much about tea, and that's the kind of attitude we should be having in my Twitch chat, you know? I think the let people enjoy things attitude. Pineapple and ham pizza is the best kind. Okay, but have you ever had pizza where the crust is made out of chicken? That goes hard. Like they take this disc of chicken and they add the toppings to it. And then they cook it. Man, I'm trying so hard. What did you just say? Because I can't have gluten, so we improvise, you know? My crust must be made of cheese. I've had pizza where the crust is made out of like crisped cheese, like where you burn the cheese to where it's like brown and black, and then it's like it becomes the crust. I've had that before. Neon, please never talk about food ever again. I'm actually getting sick. Okay, but have you tried it? Have you tried it? The best part's when you dip the pizza into tomato sauce. I've never dipped pizza. Okay, that's a lie. I've dipped pizza into what, like ranch and like sour cream before. But what I dip the pizza into very largely depends on what's on the pizza. Can we just go back to where I talk about furries and I say nah and chat laughs? Have you ever tried biting chunks out of scorched cheese? This feels like a really drawn out cutaway gag. Hey Crimson, this is worse than the time I don't know. What's a memorable thing that happened on stream that isn't today? Because I know, like I don't know. Not me trying to change the subject. I remember when we were making Fakeomon. Let's go back to that. Good idea. I agree, Koichi. We should make more Fakeomon. My internet lagging this stream too. I didn't catch that. I don't know how I'm gonna make this guy's feet function. Can I be real? I know how I want the feet to look. I don't know how they're gonna work. Maybe I'll just have him like balancing on his tippy toes. Boo doo boop boop boo doo boop doo 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 doo. Do 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 do. Ah! We can do like this. Remember first time Neon got very flustered? Yeah. And I've grown as a person since then, and you can't embarrass me anymore. Also posture check. I will admit that time I did not have good posture, so thank you. I remember when I sent you the first link. I remember too. And you got me, and I'm like, haha, that's a good one. Remember Jackbox? That was so long ago. But yes. But we don't talk about that here. Neon, what's up? What's up, Crimson? Do not test me. What? What did I do? Did I do something? Why are you giving him duck feet? Look at him! How else am I gonna make this shape of feet? If I don't give him, like, little toesies. I've made many people get all flustered. Don't give me a challenge. Nuh-uh. If that happens, I can just not read your chat messages. And no one wants that, because I like reading chat. And chat likes when I read chat. That's not a threat, by the way. I don't mean it. Boop! Just don't make that shape of feet. You're right. I should trust the wildlife expert in chat when it comes to doing things. That's not right. Whoop! I should just do it like that, honestly. Speaking of expert, this bat doesn't have a Europatagium. Europatagium? Oh yeah? Well, you don't have a Europatagium. Huh? How's that? Yeah, I bet I got you. You're very good at doing a seductive voice. I'm not. And don't test me on that, because you'll be disappointed. Excuse me. You do not have a Europatagium, but also do not fly. That's fair, though. Like, if you don't fly, then, like, why would you even need one? I feel like it's kind of just wasted on people who don't fly. Savory voice is the only. That's not true, Yuna. You have lots of stuff going for you. You just gotta find it, you know? That makes it sound insincere when I say that. I take that back. You have plenty of good things about you, Yuna. Don't belittle yourself like that. Like, you do fun streams, and you have a cool VTuber model, and you're a good person, and you're fun to talk to and hang out with, and you couldn't stream without your voice? Sure you could. You could just do what like Zentreya does, or like Zentreya, you know? A Europatagium is a wing membrane that runs from an animal's ankles to its tail. It helps stabilizing the animal's airfoil while flapping. Oh. No, Zentreya's thing is voice to speech. I know because I was a Vettel enjoyer went back when she got it upgraded like last year. Because Vettel worked on like upgrading it to like lower the latency and whatnot. Boo-doo-doo-ba-doo. How would you be able to use that without a voice? I guess so. You know what? I take it back. You're right. I was misunderstanding. Sign language stream? Dude, no way. What's up? It's your boy, Femboy Gaster here. All this is this animal doesn't have a tail. Correct. Boop. That's not correct. I should name the cubes, chat. I'm gonna name the cubes. I'm calling out that one VTuber you rated into that one stream after Cobblemon server? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm not calling anybody out. Or is that Unum? I don't know. I can't remember. I forgot. Pupil. Right, pupil. It's just the crazy thing. There are plenty of flying animals who do not have a tail. For example, okay, but do tail feathers count as tails, or do birds also have tails? This is a stupid question. I don't even know why I'm asking this. Flying animals with tails are way cuter. I don't know if that's what necessarily dictates or it's cuter. Like, imagine, do you guys think Neon has a tail that we don't know about? Okay, unfortunately, my model does not have a tail toggle because I did not make a tail toggle because I made this model and I didn't make any cool toggles for it. I'm not a bird expert, but the tail is not contributing to its flight. The dead portion of the airfoil is not quite the same as the Europatagium. Your model doesn't count. I wasn't. Your model doesn't, but I wasn't talking about the model. Yeah, chat, my parents got that one gene in their DNA sequencing change so that their kids would have a monkey tail. So I have a monkey tail in real life. That's lore now. Actually, no, it's not. Don't make that lore. Neon, did I watch Digital Circus yet? No. I don't watch anything yet. You can shame me because I don't watch anything that chat tells me to, and it's just like entirely my fault. Wait, this is front right here. I'm dumb. You don't get on that. Make a lore for Neon to have a tail. Except I don't. That was a joke. You can't take everything the streamer says seriously. Then you'll get tricked. Wait. What is this? Oh. Digital Circus is so good. Neon is now a sage, and yeah. Chat, I can go Super Saiyan. Don't mess with me. Wow, I spelled that entirely correctly. Boo boo boop 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 boom. If you scream, then I get stronger. I don't like screaming, especially since my voice is like still kind of scratchy. Or that you couldn't put numbers on the bone names? Of course. Well, these are just the cubes. These aren't the bones, but you can absolutely put numbers on them. I do it on like every single model that I make. Boop 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 boop. Good lord, Cobblemon add-ons are cancer. No one knows anything. What do you mean? Do I not know anything? I've had like 6 people tell me to do different things and none of them work. I'm sure I know, but everyone has a different answer. Okay, so what's your question? I will do my best to answer. I would like to think that I know what I'm talking about because I have done this several times. My question is, can you add a bat free into the Bigmon cat? What did I just... The Bakamon cat? Yeah, that's what I said. So I could, but am I going to right now? Not necessarily right now. At this point, I'm not even gonna lie, at this point, I feel like I'm just rage baiting. Like... What is the Pokemon for category for Vampira? I haven't decided yet. Because I'm not done with them yet. Hello? Pivot Point? Pivot Point, hello? Your dad misses you. No, he doesn't. Boop. And now I need to connect these to the body somehow. And to do that, I'm just gonna do that. And then... I can't deselect stuff. Cool, awesome, love that. Okay. I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do this. This works for now, I guess. It looks kind of really goofy, but you know what? We'll live with it. It'll be fine. I don't think there's anything else I need to add to this model. I don't think. I think it's basically done. I would want to move the wings back, though. Boop. Like that much. Yeah, and you want a different question, or can you answer mine? What dictates the force of an object? Well, like they say, speed is weight. Have you ever been kicked at the speed of light? Wing spikes / hands? I guess. But that can also... That's probably gonna be easier to just do in the, in the texture itself. F equals MA is what I was searching for. Dang. Well, mass times accelerate. Well, acceleration is basically speed, and then mass. Speed is weight. So like the faster you go, the heavier it's gonna be when it hits something. You know? Such a dirty equation? What's dirty about full equals metal alchemist? Different question, what's the powerhouse of the cell? Well, everybody knows that's the mitochondria. The mitochondria. The mitochondria. The mitochondrium. Singular. Everybody knows that. Depends on the cell in question. Yeah, what if it's a plant cell? I actually don't know if that changes anything. I take that back. What if it's a plant cell? Alright. What? Hello? Okay, apparently that's a texture. Plants of mitochondria neon. Okay. Well, I wasn't entirely sure, so thank you for clarifying. But like bacteria don't. Okay, but then like how do bacteria live? How are they alive then? If they don't got a powerhouse. Do they just do they just not care? Like, are they even taking this seriously? Boop, boop, boop. Chlorophyll. Yeah, I know about chlorophyll. It's the green stuff that like gets on your pants when you like fall over when you're like in a field of grass. Boop boop. I should move the entire body up by like 0.1. Wait, what? No, that's wrong. I call cap. Neon, take it back. Or is it the chloroplast? No, the chloroplasts do something else. Wait, what? What was wrong about it? Perception is what makes things being perceived. That is true. So, how does the quantum particles know it's being perceived? That's my next question. How does it know? Is it sentient? Why when I look at it, it goes to one place, but when you don't look at it, it goes to everywhere, you know? Tight beat. That's what they're being perceived because of the rays of light being reflected on the object. It's the chloroplast that is reflecting the green light. Huh. Color is a human concept? Well, okay. Color is very much a real thing, I feel like. Because, like, different animals have different types of eyes when you look at a thing, it absorbs all of the types of light except for the color that it is, and that color bounces off and goes into your eyes. But other animals can only perceive certain colors, and also some that humans can't see, which is when the scientists, the really smart people in the laboratories, discovered Olo, and everyone made a big deal about it for 2 days, and then no one cared because we can't see it. Neon is presenting the 3rd grade right now. Hey, I just like presenting things in a way that are easily digestible and understandable. And I feel like it's an important skill to have. Is being able to, like... being able to present things in a way that are easily understandable. Hydrate! Also, this middle thing right here is not it at all. This does not look... this is not it here. Boop! We're just gonna rotate this back. And, we're gonna pretend like I did it right the first time. I'm not falling for this. Color is the opposite of what the thing actually is. I'm not falling for this rage bait. Is black or white a color? Technically, black is... I would say yes, but like one is supposed to be like the absence of color, and the other is all the colors, but technically they're still both colors. And by technically, I mean yes. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. It's a brightness value. No, that's called... The only... Hold on. The only thing that's, The only thing that's a color, or the brightness value is literally just called value. That's not like my immense intellect is wasted here on God. Cause colors are colors, and then they have attributes such as value. So black is a color with a very low value, to the point where it's like the lowest value. And white has the highest value, but it's also a color, but it's also like in terms of light. Because if we're talking in terms of hue, or in terms of like light, it's two different things. Because if we're talking about light, white is the combination of all colors and black is the absence of color. And as a matter of fact, combining colors in terms of hue and in terms of light is different, because if you combine red and yellow in color, you get orange. But if you combine red and cyan in light, you get white. But if you combine red and cyan in like color, you get like some sort of purple, because it's two different things, you know? Cause like actual light does not necessarily combine like a color wheel would, even though it does in some ways. It's like some ways similar, but it is definitely not the same. Next question. What does one deem as self if one can't prove its own existence? Well, here's the thing. I think, therefore I am. So, next question. I'm trying to sound intelligent so that Koishi doesn't just like like crash out, you know? Boop. I'm losing it. You gotta understand, all of us flunked out of high school. I promise Neon is smarter than this. Prove your existence? Well, guess what? I just bit my finger and it hurt. And I thought that it hurt, therefore I exist, because I thought. Therefore I don't know. Google color theory. That's all I have to say. Google color theory. It'll make sense. Excuse me. I don't know what that was. How would I know that it's real, what you say, and not just lies? Because you are a... I don't know. Guess you could say Neon's head is empty. True! I just hit my mic. My bad. Is Tripera available in Modern? I was going to... So, since I'm currently in the process of like editing a lot of like the data pack side of things, with like me making the wiki pages and whatnot, I am planning to wait until both of the bat lines are finished to update it on Modern. So, sorry, but I hope you understand. You know? Anyway, back to the bat furry. What if it uses wings like a cloak so it looks like a vampire, but when it opens up its wings, it becomes a baddie? Literally. I just came up with that in my head. It'd be a baddie. Alright. Remember that other stream when I'm like, we need a way to just like throw tomatoes at me? We need a way to throw tomatoes at the streamer. I still think we should be able to do that. And then the glove can be like here. Boop. Please acknowledge my fur. Yeah. Those bad things. The right answer is to admit to your non-provable existence. I guess so. Thought more like a more bright theme design where its lore is something with a moonlight, and then it would be like, it'd be like Twilight, but like the genders are reversed. And then every guy on the internet would just be like something along the lines of like, she could make me worse. And then it would be really predictable, and it'd be the next Judy Hopps. That'd be cool, but we already have a Moonbat, and she's my wife. Oh yeah, Lunala. Whoop! Hey, how many of these does this guy have? I don't remember. 2, okay. Whoop! Just like that. Excuse me. There were some other cool bats, like the sucker-footed bats with little suction cups on their hands. That's funny, actually. I'd like to see that. Boop, 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 boop. Wait. Boop, boop. There we go. Brown, brown, no, no, no. Do 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 do. Boo, 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 boo. How does this look, actually? Most bats. I wish they were friend. They're even friend shape, like a deer. I want to pet deer because they're so cute. I have almost been hit by like deer before. It's terrifying. Like, nothing against them, but like they really do jump in front of you like that. Like, that's not a myth. Contrary to popular belief. I don't hate deer. Stretch time. Ah! If you want to pet deer that bad, just like go to Japan. They have like literal feeding parks for deer. Stretch! You pet deer in Nara Park. Okay, so you actually have done the thing that I just suggested, so now I look dumb, so that's fine, I guess. I don't mind. Doop-boo. They're very pushy. Yeah, they want to be fed. Neon, you aren't original. I'm sorry. The only deer-related content I've watched in recent times has been Shika Noko 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 Kosh Tantan. So, and it's like a classical piece of literature. So I would expect that people could kind of like respect that, because it's like a cult classic, and okay, that's not the thing making me look dumb today. Good. See, I don't mind looking dumb as long as it's entertaining. I don't mind that much. Boop, 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 boop. Because not gonna lie, as cool as modeling and stuff is, I'm aware it can get a little stale at sometimes. That is not even the name of the show. What do you mean it's not called Shika Noko 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 Kosh Tantan? That is the name of the show. They localized it for English, but that's what it's called in the native tongue of the developers, the writers. Chat, I'm too like coding brain rot. I called the animators developers. Is it over for me? Yes or no? Type 1 if there's no hope for me in this universe. Type 2 if you think I'm cool and you would be friends with me. Holy crap, you're actually right. That's what it's called. See, I told you. The English name is just totally different. Exactly. Excuse me. Yuna, I see you typing 1 in chat. Rare moment was actually correct. Hey, sometimes I know my stuff. It's not very often, but it does happen. And it's not like I expect you to like talk about how cool I am in chat, but like I'm not gonna like ban you if you say that, you know? You're just lying to yourself, Neon. About what, huh? I live for the truth and only the truth. So I'd say that. Also, this isn't really what bat wings look like. Well, guess what? It's what Pokemon bat wings look like. So I don't know. I don't know. Boop. Oh yeah, and I also got to get rid of, what is it? Hold on. I think they're supposed to go the other way. Like this. Now. Counterpoint Swoobat. See, that's what I'm saying. Yikes. Yikes. It's a little yikes, bro. What is happening here? Oh, I'm literally painting them. I'm not erasing. Okay, you know what? You can -2 me for that one. I don't mind. But the other stuff, though, I stand my ground. Okay, should it be like that or like that? I'm thinking like this. Whoop. Excuse me. You're applying an outdated representation of the animals Dactylopatagium from a freaking whatever. I feel so bad for Koishi in these streams because she just gets rage baited the entire time. Once I unlock VIPs, I'll VIP Koishi because I feel like they've earned it. Of course, I'll VIP other people too, but I feel like Koishi has, like, gone through so much more than everybody else in this chat. I don't like how bright this purple is. It needs to be, like, slightly darker. Boop, 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 boop. I am subjected to torment every stream. Hey, just know that it's not intentional torment. At the very least. Boop. There's his nose. Should probably texture the sides of the nose too. Excuse me. I don't trust you, spaceship boy. What about me is there not to trust, huh? I mean, come on. I feel like he'd be, like, dithered. I don't know why. He's giving dithering. Boop, boop, boop. To be fair, Neon is the least threatening person ever. Hey, and you know what? What if I'm okay with that? What if I think that being threatening isn't really a desirable trait to have, because if anything, it just pushes people away from you. And I think that the more valuable thing in life is to just like be like to just try and be like as likable of a person as you can, because you'll get more fulfilling life experience out of that, and you'll be like happier overall, and just generally live like a more fulfilling life. They're just a femboy space boy. Yep, that's me. That's me. Boop boo doo boo. Alright, there needs to be like some sort of... There we go. Right? Am I insane? No. Okay, cool. Boo doo boo ba doo 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 doo. The words I have to describe you are too big for you to understand. Oh yeah? Well, guess what? You're talking to a resident professional sesquipedalianist over here, so come at me. Right? I know big words. And if you don't even know what that means, then you have no right. You have no right to be coming at me. Neon have cat video? Are you sending me cat videos on Discord now? I would describe you as an ignoramus in a good way. See, I would too. Honestly, I am aware that I don't know the most amount of things, right? And I'm not ashamed to admit that, because I think learning is like one of the key things that humans like are good for. So I think the ability to want to learn is a very valuable thing. What? Okay, Koishi, calm down, okay? We need to calm it a little bit. No getting freaky in chat, okay? Microwavable, okay. I guess we're being okay. You know what? I'll take microwavable over whatever Koishi said. Excuse me. Okay. Okay. I know we discussed this. It doesn't mean I accept it as like the answer. Boop boop ba-doo. Boop ba-doo boop 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 ba-doo 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 ba-doo. Boop ba-doo boop boop ba-doo. Wait, actually this looks kind of sick. Koishi, we don't say the quiet part. What do you mean the quiet part? That's not even a part. It's not even a part. You know, sometimes you people scare me a little bit. And it's like, not the worst thing, but it's like a little, like, it becomes a little concerning sometimes. Boo, boo, doo, doo, ba-doo, doo. Whoop. Scaring people is good. Ouch, for me, scary. Like I said, it's not like the worst thing, but it is concerning sometimes. What did I do wrong here? Oh, I see exactly what happened here. Boop boop bow. Bow ba-da bow bow. boop doo. You gotta do like that. Boop boop. I'm timid 8 peoples. What? I do some things on stream sometimes. And sometimes they're funny and people think I'm entertaining, which like blows my mind. And other times they think I'm insane. And I feel like that's what being a streamer is really all about, you know? I feel like that dichotomy is like the spot and I lost my train of thought, chat. So Neon, what do you think a cool name for the bat furry would be? It would be called... I don't know. I'm not good with Pokemon names. I usually leave that to my collaborators to come up with names. What's the most recent Pokemon name that I came up with? I don't even remember. I can check the spreadsheet. Hold on. Beep, 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 beep. Oh wait, no, it was Bloomet. That's what I came up with. Except it was like a riff off of an existing name that it was named before, so it doesn't really count. A cool name for the Bat Furry. Will you pass on my Bat Furry to your sponsors and shareholders? I mean, I could, and they'd probably do it more justice than I could. Like a blue mat? What? Did you know that 789? Yes, I did. But did you know that 67? That's pretty cool. Because I learned the other day that 6 actually 7, so. Pulls out a gun. Whoa, 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 whoa. Slight overreaction. Slight overreaction, no? Boop. Say that again, I dare you. I think brain rot can be fun sometimes. When you don't have a gun to your head. 6-7. 6-7. Chat, type 1 if you like. Type 6 if you like 6-7. Type 7 if you don't. The 7 stands alone with 6-9 in his stomach. He was a valiant warrior, but unfortunately, he fell victim. Boop. 7. See, fooled you guys, because now all of chat is full of 6-7. I've had to deal with the 6-7 joke for too long. I don't know. I used to be like, this is stupid, it doesn't mean anything, but then I'm like, wait, this is funny because it doesn't mean anything. And that's when I was like, 6-7. Because I like really dumb humor that shouldn't be laughed at ever. Boop. Like this. Like that. Like... Wait. Like that. Boop. Excuse me. This reality needs to be scrubbed. You know how to say 6-7 in Swedish? I don't know. Chat, get the artillery. Mods. Yes, I don't know. I just said mods because I feel like y'all were freaking about a situation that would have required mods, but it's like I don't know. I'm just being schizo, okay, chat? Let me be schizo for a little bit. Mods? I have, dude. I say mod. Like I unironically just say chat when like talking to myself. Dude, stop. Jarvis nuke chat. Yeah. Chat doesn't like 6-7. We need a new chat. I'm kidding. I'll stop now. Jarvis, leak neon search history. All you're gonna find in my search history is just like chibi doki VODs. It's not gonna be anything like special. Chat, get the half-alive cat. What? Neon's been looking at bat furries. Okay, mods. Koishi's projecting. Type +1. Okay, that's too dark of a color. IMHO. I feel like it should be more muted. Like that. Neon, do you know the half-alive cat? You mean Schrodinger's cat? Boop. It's both alive and dead at the same time until you open the box because that's how philosophy works. Schrodongle cat. Yeah, that one. Schrodongle. Boom. Schrodongle. Boom. Schrodongle. Boom. Schrodongle. Those are some nice wings, actually. I don't mind those at all. Boop. 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 Look at him. Look at him, he's silly. Schrodinger's cat has nothing to do with philosophy. Alright, fair enough. I'm just gonna fold on that instantly because I really just don't know anything about it. Other than he's dead and alive at the same time, and it's like science something. Or folded under zero pressure. I do that when I know I have an argument that's not worth arguing. Also, you know what I haven't done yet? That I probably should? I haven't, like, sorted the texture at all. Excuse me. Okay, not body. I need all the hair and the eyes and the pupils and the ears and the hair and the hair and the mouth and the hair. All of this goes in the head. The texture on the side kind of looks like its own face, does it? What part? Boop. Group elements. Head. This is the head, by the way. Okay. All of the texture. Oh, you're right. His face does look like his face. He looks like he's missing teeth. He does look like he's missing teeth because he is. Holy crap, you're so right. Honestly, I don't even want to make the nose smaller like this. I just want to keep it big. I think it looks funnier when it's big like this. Excuse me. Hopefully he's like of similar size to Chirpera, by the way. I haven't actually looked. But we're just gonna pray. And if not, we can just like change it. Boop. Alright, now we can texture this. What? And some rabbit videos? Neon, have more cat videos and some rabbit videos. Oh, yeah. I haven't looked at those yet, actually. Oh, gotcha. That's a lot of rabbit and cat videos. Chat, you want to know a tragedy? Because I have a tragedy for you. And that is that I'm allergic to cats. And it's really sad, and I don't even remember if I've talked about this on stream, but it's like so upsetting when I learned that I was allergic to cats. Want more bat furries? I mean, I'm not gonna say no. This is just... If I was allergic to cats, you'd... Twitch. Koishi doesn't mean that. It's a joke. They don't mean that, Twitch. Excuse me. Now you got me all coughing and stuff. Whoop. Whoop. I'm allergic to cats, and it's really upsetting because I like cats personally. I think they're cool. Although I wouldn't mind being a dog person, I think cats are cooler. Because dogs are just like a lot more work to like take care of. And that's not to say I'd be like irresponsible. Because I would try my best to like take care of a dog. I just don't know if like I'd have the energy for it. Whoop. Do boop do. For the third time you've mentioned Catboys, is there something you're trying to say? Yeah, Crimson. There's a strange frequency when it comes to you talking about Catboys this stream. Boop doop doo. They're cute. Have you seen one? I've seen Sprigatito, but that's not like a person. That's just like that's just a cat, and it can be male. It doesn't have to be. I'm actually gonna shade where his like fur fangs are. By the way, did I play the new Poppy Playtime chapter yet? I don't play Poppy Playtime. I watch playthroughs of Poppy Playtime because it's expensive. But I do know, I have seen several playthroughs of it. I watched Astral Spiff's playthrough, and I watched like a Queso stream highlights, and I watched well, I'm going to watch Chibidoki's next. But I've been catching up with them on like her channel because I didn't watch the other ones. Boo 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 boo. Boop. You love the prototype design. Chat, who here knows Poppy Playtime and who doesn't? Because I want to know if I can talk about spoilers. Boo-doo-boo, diddly-doo. Beady-bitty-boo-boo-boo. I'll wait for chat's response, and if I get no response, I'll take that as everybody's seen it and knows what happened, so I'm gonna talk about it. So, say your piece now. And if even one person says they don't, then I won't talk about it. You've seen it? Okay, good. Is there anybody I need to worry about? Excuse me. You don't know Poppy Playtime? Okay. In that case, I will say, consider it. It's mascot horror for 2-year-olds, so they can sell merch to infants. And it's really buggy and glitchy, but like, at least the graphics are... It's like the opposite of Ban Ban, where Ban Ban, it's like the graphics are terrible and it's really poorly optimized, but then Poppy, it's like, it's glitchy and terrible. But the graphics are good. Why don't you watch a documentary or a university lecture? Because I have hobbies, and I like looking at stuff to do with my hobbies, such as sitting in a corner and crying because I know I'll never accomplish anything in life. Hobbies, right? Hey, I do a bunch of stuff. I do streaming for one. I compose music. I do other things. That I can't think of right now. You can accomplish adding a bat furry. Boop. I'll take this color, I guess. Oh wait, no, because this all has to be one. Like that. Boop. Sure, other things. Okay. But I still bet you didn't know I wrote music. Music, quote unquote. Okay. I should explain that more. As in... I have written, exactly two original pieces, and they're both, like, in the genre of video game music, and I learned how to do that from just, like writing a ton of, like, covers for other music by ear. Because if there's one talent I have, it's, being able to transpose music by ear. What program do I use for making music? You're gonna make fun of me for this, but MuseScore. You know, the one where it's like on a staff and it's not like FL Studio? Because FL Studio costs money. I don't think it's video game music unless it's from a video game, Neon. Okay, but like, it like is the same vibe, you know? Where it's like something you'd hear in a Pokemon game. I don't, because I have no idea about music programs, and that's fair. It's okay to be ignorant about things. And don't you let anybody in chat tell you otherwise. Alright, that's a pretty decent texture, I would say. Be educated, don't listen to Neon. You should educate yourself if the opportunity for education arises and you are curious to learn about that thing. Or if you think it's something that will be important to you. Can you help me make a song? Because I don't want to spend money. That really just depends, I think. Because whenever I write a piece of music and it sounds good, it's because it's a fluke. Can you help me make a bet for it? Because I'm willing to spend money. It's something that's just a feeling I get with Poppy Playtime. You've seen my modeling skills? I have seen your modeling skills. They're honestly pretty decent. You're like porcupine dude that you sent me. I thought it was pretty cool. Oh, and Crimson sent me something else. Okay. Oh, yeah. I think I've seen that exact short that you sent me, Crimson. Hmm. You got to work on them. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. I'm thinking, sorry. I locked in for a second. I'm back now. Hold on. Boop. I should group the things. Okay, yeah, but I'm really good at a lot of things, and your models are by far the best. Aw, thanks. I appreciate that, but that doesn't mean your models aren't good. But I appreciate the compliment, though. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Alright, I'm gonna hide this, all of this stuff. We're gonna texture the bottom of his head. Boop, boop. Yeah, your models are very good, but mine are better, hence why you're asking me to make them. Boop, 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 boop. I can just do that, can't I? That works. Do you need to gift subs? No. You don't need to do anything for Bat Furry. I also need to texture this. Whoop. It's 1:23 in the morning for you? Dang. That's unfortunate. Luckily, there's this thing called staying up to irresponsible hours in the night. And consider this my order for the commission. Please don't do anything you'll regret. Perfect, I'll do that. Fair enough. That's what I'm talking about. Alright. I think it's safe to say this model's pretty much done. In terms of like texturing and stuff, so it's time to make this shiny. Boop, boop, doop, 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 boop. Hold on, I wanna put this guy up against Chirpera. Where's Chirpera? Boop. Boop. But yeah, here's Chirpera, and then Vampira. They're about the same size. Vampira is much wider. What color is the shiny? You're about to see once I get done procrastinating. He's tiny, what the heck? Yeah, I'm gonna need to scale up Vampira, definitely. He was too small. I just blanked out. What did I miss? You didn't miss much. We're just looking at the counterparts here. Doo-doo! I might need to scale up Vampira by like 10%. Because he's a little small. But then again, he might also just be the perfect size. I don't know. We're gonna make this shiny now. Boop. Let me pull up a color reference for Vampira shiny real quick. Boop boo doop boop boo. Ooh, I forgot it was this. Okay, this is sick actually. You should make him brownish orange. I have a better idea. How am I gonna do this? Boop, doop, 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 doop. I'm just gonna do this. Best idea, light blue. Hold on. I have his shiny planned already. I just need to import the picture into Blockbench. Whoop. Whoop. Here it is. Okay. Where instead of purple, it is this color. This isn't a furry. Boop. Okay, that's a little drastic. Boo-doo-boo-doo. Nope. Like that color. He's blue. We already have 5 blue bets. Don't worry about it. Boop. Shiny. Isn't the shiny neat though? I like the shiny. Boo 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 boo. Normal shiny. More is always better. Yeah. Excuse me. Why do you name the shiny texture like that? I named the shiny texture the name of the Fakemon but backward. You can name the shiny Pokemon whatever you want. The shiny texture whatever you want. Can you give it a different eye color? I did. Boop. It changes from pink to purple. It changes from stoned bat into bat on shrooms. More difference. Can you make it hot? Imagine if one day I just like shadow drop like a version of Neon's fake decks that just is exactly the same, but like the bat lines are just like hot. Set it on fire. Okay, I can set it on fire. Hold on, give me a second. Boop. There we go. Please. You know what? That's just gonna you know, I've decided that's just gonna happen one day. We don't know. It could be tomorrow. It could be like 3 months from now. It could be like 3 years from now. But one day that's just gonna happen. And I'm not gonna announce it at all. That looked really hot. I will die before it happens. You'd better not. Or else I'm gonna be upset. I'm gonna be the one getting mad if that's the case. And you don't want to see me when I get mad, because I'll probably start, like, crying and, like, sulking. Half-Life 3 will happen before this bat furry. You don't know that. Boop, 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 boop. Excuse me. And GTA 6. Speaking of GTA 6, do you know what's gonna come out before we discover whether or not Kissy or Missy is dead? Like, Chapter 5 of Poppy Playtime should have been the end of the series, but like, we have to wait until after GTA 6 to find out if Kissy Missy's actually dead. And I feel like every time somebody learns about that, we all get a little older. I cry every day when I wake up and know that Neon will never make a bat furry. You don't know that. Let's see here. I'm just like fidgeting with like things on my desk right now. I'm so not locked in. Alright, chat. Neon sent you something? Again? What the heck? There is no way that's not photoshopped. Dragon frog? Koishi, can we fact check this? Is dragon frog a real thing? This looks so photoshopped. Excuse me. You know that meme with the dude eating the cereal and he's like, X will never do Y? Yeah. I know what you're talking about. You want to make a Pokemon out of it? I've never heard of a dragon. Because Crimson just sent me a picture of a frog, but his frog fingers are like so long and separate. It's like a frog, but with bat wings made out of frogs. Send me the picture. Okay. It's so definitely not real, but it's funny. It looks like a Batman villain. There is no dragon frog. Super not real, yeah. But still funny. In concept. It's not real, but I want to make it a Pokemon because it looks cool. Imagine like you're fighting the champion of a Pokemon game and he sends out a frog that looks like that. And it's the pseudo-legendary and you're like, what the helly? What the Sigma? We should make a stream gremlin group chat to send Neon stuff to look at during stream so we don't bombard his DMs. I mean, I don't mind my DMs being bombarded. I mean, I don't have like a server because I know like I don't think a server is warranted at this scale of like viewership, but it is a fun idea. Also, yes, this frog doesn't exist. Yeah, we can genetically modify dragon frog, chat. There is still hope. Also, get me out of here. What am I doing here? There we go. Okay, so we gotta do, I think we should do a default pose for this guy. Boop a doop a doo a doo. Boop a doop a doop a doo boop a doo boop a doo. Neon died. What do you mean? What do you mean I died? Whoop. I'm right here, chat. What do you mean? Dead Neon. Stream looks a lot like. Hey, 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 hey. I don't tolerate that kind of slander around here, Koishi. Good, he's alive. So what did you mean when you said the stream looks a lot like nicer without me? What is that? What did you mean by that? What did you mean by that? I'm just curious. Like, I'm not gonna get mad. Like, what did you mean by that? 6. Negative 1.5. Boop a doop a doop a doop a doop a doop boop a doop a doop a doop boop a doop a doop a doop boo. Yeah, how does this look when it rotates? Ay ay ay. I feel like his head needs to be lowered down. He's a nugget. He's just a nugget. Bat nugget. It's very much a possibility. If there's a selection, the pressure to encourage that, which is currently there's not because it exists. True. Let's be real, who wouldn't want one as a pet? What, a frog dragon? I'm not gonna lie, frog dragon kind of looks like my sleep paralysis demon. I'm not gonna lie. Oh no. He's bald! Frog wyvern. Yeah, yeah. I should give this guy blinkies, and I should give him, I should give him blinkies, and I should give him... What's its? Group elements, left eye. And then... Group elements, right eye. It is a slimy version of a sugar glider. Yeah. You're not wrong. I wish you were, though. Chat, what if I made every one of his hair things move independently of each other? How much would I want to just, like, end, like, cancel the project entirely by the end of that? Boop. I would say there definitely is a complex life has existed for billions of years, and only 4 clades have developed powered flight. An amphibia as a dragon would be kind of useless, though. Dude, but no, wait. It would fly through clouds to, like, moisturize because its skin is semi-permeable, so it wouldn't need to go in water because it could just absorb water from clouds to stay, like, hydrated, you know? Who said it needs to fly? Me. I do. You ain't a real flyer unless you go the whole 9 yards. Useless, yes, but let's be real, the humans are something. Yeah, we created pugs. I mean, look at them. They look worse than this guy. It's currently the closest thing to flying without actually flying. Just put like a, I don't know. I've lost the plot at this point. Humans have been playing God for a while. Boo-doo, boo, boo-doo. Boo-doo, boo, boo, boo-doo, boo. I need to make the eyes into one thing. Boop. Not group. Duplicate. Didn't we make a glow-in-the-dark cat once? I think we just, like, fed the cat glow-in-the-dark liquid, didn't we? Or is it, like, actually a glow-in-the-dark cat? It was genetically modified, wasn't it? Wasn't it? Wasn't it? Wasn't it? Wasn't it? Why did I say that so many times? Chat. Why am I like this? The cat actually glowed in the dark. See, but that's cool though. Like who, like, let's not kid ourselves. That kind of rules. You know? Like who wouldn't want a glow in the dark cat? Like as long as it doesn't hurt the cat to be like that, like that rules, you know? I don't think the cat wants to glow, considering it's an ambush predator. Yeah, you're probably right. Look, he's doing the eye show speed face. You know the one? I need to make the nose... No, I don't. 6, 7? Yeah, this is Vampira's reaction to 6, 7. I also need to give him his teeth. Because his teeth do stick out of his mouth. Ow. How am I gonna do this? I don't know how I'm gonna do the teeth. Can I be real, chat? I don't know. Unless I just do that, and then... Hold on. Oh, he's no longer having a good time. Oh no. He's sad suddenly. Whoop. Let's just put these here. There we go. Lace. Do 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 do. There's a lot of reasons we don't have that. Nuclear fusion. I'm a fan of nuclear fusion. Chat, type 1 if you would fuse atoms. Practical. That's the wrong thing. I was gonna do this one. Boop. What if I did this? Boop. Boo doo doo doo. I think it'd be fun to fuse atoms. I mean, that's how my ship's powered, and that's how I get, like, oxygen. CRISPR isn't like making a Lego set, it's not that simple. Oh yeah? What if I make genetically modified Legos with CRISPR, huh? Then what? Can this guy open his eyes? He's kinda irking me right now. There you go. Thought my portal from hell to you is giving you fresh air? No. What happens is the oxygen gets recycled, and it like filters oxygen from like outer space, just like any spare like gas clouds, and then, which granted isn't a lot, and then the way the engine works is it fuses atoms to create oxygen, and that's how the ship is powered as well, and it also provides me with air to breathe, you know? And then, like, there's also, like, you know, the machine that takes apart the carbon dioxide and just turns it into oxygen again, and just, like, dispels the carbon, you know? Because we don't need carbon, because carbon's kind of just useless in terms of, like, oxygen creation. Because, like, you need helium to, like, do stuff with that, you know? The grand scale, the multiverse, the idea is genetic modification for humans is possible, just not without our current reach. Not with our current reach. Yeah. He locks in when he goes shiny. Holy crap. If I could genetically modify a human being, chat, let's not kid ourselves, by the way. Like, everybody knows that the first thing that's going to be used for genetic modification in humans is just, like, cosmetic body modification, you know? Like, it's not going to be anything crazy. It's going to be like, oh, I can make my chin more defined, or, oh, I can just, like... Neon, are you okay? Like, do you have dimension? No, I have Cheerios. I hate typing on phone. Then get a bigger phone. Or one of those, like, ones with, like, the keyboard that you can, like, flip down. You know what I'm talking about? The phones where you can, like, slide a keyboard out and, like, type on a mini keyboard. I don't remember what those are called. The first thing will be cat people, of course. The first thing that's gonna happen is Vettel's gonna get his real life Nekopara. That's what's gonna happen. It would cost far too much to start genetic modifications. Yeah. Um, excuse me. That was violent. Okay, so he can blink, but can he yell? I have an idea for his open mouth. Hold on. Where's his mouth? Mouth 1, mouth 2. Boop. Boop. Mouth closed. We also need mouth open. So I'm going to add an element. Add element. We're going to do negative 2.51. 2.51. Also, Quishy, it always comes down to funding. Does it? I feel like there's gotta be more at play than just funding. Like, there's a reason that people didn't cure cancer until, like, just recently. Boop. Alright, mouth open. The sheer amount you would need for research alone, let alone human experimentation. Imagine how much the experiments are getting paid for that, though. Like, imagine the compensation, and then think again. Ah. Yeah, I think this is cool. What if I make the mouth bigger? He looks terrified. How do I make this look not terrible? He's so goofy looking. How do I add teeth to this? Obviously, you need to pay for the work being done, but it's not some monument of funding that could not possibly happen. I guess so. Excuse me. Where did I go? Did you see that? Am I the only one that thinks Vampira should just always be flying? I feel like he shouldn't land. Right now they're not getting any, at least for human modifications. Yeah, most of the time when people invent something big like that, it's just because, like, we feel threatened by something. Like, the only reason we landed on the moon is because we felt threatened by Russia, so they were like, we need to make it to the moon first, you know? It's like, that's not gonna happen. Realistically, we're not gonna go to the moon again until, like, we feel threatened by some other, like, thing. You know? So, like, cat ears, tails, and other stuff aren't being done. Yeah, because there's no, like, Like, unless you have a team of, like, super dedicated people that, like, have the funding for that, like, that's never gonna happen, I don't think. That's a genetic modification to solve a real problem. Kid last year went other gene editing therapy to help with a CPS1 deficiency. Huh. Dude, they're gonna kidnap me and take me in for gene editing to remove some of my coolness factor because it's too high right now. Like I'm just pulling too many people and like living too good of a life, you know? Like they're gonna kidnap me and like try to nerf me. I'm just too powerful. No coherent reason for that right now, so I'm sure there'll be no funding. Biology doesn't really allow for that. Chat, how do I do this? I don't know. Maybe he just looks like this. Maybe he's just ugly. Maybe he's just born with it. What are you on about? We understand genetics pretty well. Yeah, you got the A and the C and the T and what is it, the G? I don't remember what they are, but like it's something like that. And they actually all came from space. And you can tell because how else would we know how to go beep borp zeep if we didn't come from space, you know? We understand it well enough to clone a whole animal. Boop, boop. I feel like this guy's eyes are too, like, saturated, almost. Maybe not. 6 years and had 6 kids. Wow. Me and who? Kidding. I'm dying, chat. It's happening today. In-game, by the way. I need to do the wings now. Where's the wings? Wing. Boop. Group elements. And group elements. Like that. Like that. And then like this. Boop. And then like this. Okay. I know there's much more complex life than humans. Aren't mushrooms more complex? I don't know. I like how chat goes on these tangents sometimes where it's just like they'll start talking about something and I'll have no idea what they're talking about, but I'll be like, yep, yeah. Yeah, you tell them. You know what I mean? And like, I don't mind it, but like, it's funny. My stream is an educational place, apparently. Educational about GMOs. Because everybody wants to learn about GMOs, am I right? Okay. Closed. We got eyes. These are... How are humans not more complex than other animals? We just have larger brains. We have the same kind of... We have similar skeletons. Our like the meat on us is made out of similar material. Like there's a reason why you can graft like pig and like fish skin onto human skin. It's because it's like the same thing basically. And like we all have eyes that work roughly the same, and we have like, you know. I'm gonna group all of this and say this is the torso. If I can spell torso. None of them was managed to build a society because we just have, I don't know. We discovered fire and no one else did. I don't think dolphins are capable of discovering fire, unfortunately. Group elements, we can do body. Why is right foot up here? Hello? We can move the pivot point for this down to the bottom. Boop, like that. And then this one we can just average the chords for. Boo, like right there. So now when you spin him, okay. And then we group this, and we call this root. Whoop. We center this. No. Excuse me. Right there. Check him out. Check him out. I really like Vampirus Shiny. I like it a lot. Because don't get me wrong, I feel like Vampira shouldn't be able to like walk. I feel like he does not have the legs to be able to walk. Boo. Boop. Vampira dot ground underscore idle loop. The legs should go down like this. $105, I think. $105. We can go down like this much, I think. Yeah. $35. $35. No, that doesn't seem right. 90. Like that. 15. 15. Boop. I don't like how these look. Is that weird to say? Considering I made them, I don't like how they look. But we can fix that easy. We can just do this. Like that. And then, boom. No? Oh, yeah, no. Okay, hold on. There we go. Boop. And then I can paint these like that. Boop. There we go. His little toes. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. Nope. Boop, boop. Like that. There we go. Do do be do be do be do. Be do be do be do be do. Let's see here. Oh, wait, I just realized something. Chat. I need to move his these stuffs. Hello? We can move this back like that, like that. There we go. That's better. That should work better. Almost. Whatever. Excuse me. Let's see here. How do I want to do this? Whoop. What if you could flap like this? No, okay. Idea. He flaps like that, and then he goes down, and it flaps like this. You know? Boom, 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 ba-da boom. Is that still connected? Yeah, it is. Okay. Okay, I need to pay attention to what that is. We can do 35. That's 17. Plus 17. $35. 17 plus 17 is what? I don't actually know. $30. $30. $30 and $30. Excuse me. And then we come here. And then I would go down like this. 35. We can do like... What is 17 plus 17? I don't know. I literally am... This is beyond me, chat. Boop. Boop. This one. Nope. This one. Nope. This one. And this one? Yeah. Boop, 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 boop. 60. And then here's 60. Boop. $60. So he flaps like that, you know? Boop, 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 boop. Okay. We can do this. Except it needs to be faster. Chat, this is where I need to come in with a completely ridiculous take so that everybody pays attention to whatever the hell I'm doing. Boop. But I can't think of one, chat. What's something I can say that'll make you guys upset? Do. Alright. Then what we do is I don't know what we do. Chat, I'm gonna be real, I don't know. Whoop. We do this. And then we do that. And we do this. Nope. Okay. Boop. Boop. And then we make these smooth. Nope, I said smooth. These wings look so dinky. Yeah, just make the furry bet now and we'll all watch. Chat, look! Chat, look! The bet! It's becoming anthropomorphic! Chat, pay attention! Honestly, this wing animation kind of goes hard. Like, I don't know how I did it, but it looks very fluid. I just need to, like, give it some oomph now, you know? If I do this... I can unlink all the Bezier handles. Boop! I can do this. Copy that, put it here. Copy this, put it here. Copy this, put it here. Or rather this, yeah. Boop. Something like that. And then... Whoop. Yeah. Copy, paste. Copy, paste. Copy, paste. Copy, paste. Can you tell a difference? Because I can't. You also got a different path of modifying the DNA to make it resemble features of the animals. But I don't know. Yeah, what they said. Boop. 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 No. Whoop. Boop. Like that. I'm gonna undo this all, really. Boo-doo-boo-boo. Oops. Okay. Here's what we do. Here's how we fix this. Ready? We just make the points closer together to begin with. And then once we accomplish that, it'll be much easier to, like, actually make them fast-paced. You know? Then I could do, like, that and that. Boop, 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 boop. And then, like this. Copy, smooth. You know? And then suddenly it looks a lot better. There are ducks from different genera that have reproduced, I believe. I looked it up. Koichi, does it say that CRISPR can be used in mutant animal hybrids, but it's not currently possible due to creating stable human animal subspecies? Did BuzzFeed tell you that? I don't understand genetics, so I can't say anything. I don't understand it nearly enough to be like, that's right, or that's wrong. Boop, and boop. 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 Nah, it needs to be more busier. Body. Position. Like this. No. Whoop. Something like that, you know? Look how fluffy and friendly he is. Would you cuddle a Vampira, chat? I think I would. It can't happen yet. When would you consider a human a homunculus? When it looks like me, that's why. He is not friend, he is horrifying, I'm sorry. That's fair, because you shouldn't let him cuddle you, because he will bite you. This guy bites. He bites you. He's not friendly, he bites. He pretends to be friendly, but he does bite. Like this. Boom, boom, boom. Boop. Boop. Like this? Smooth. Look at him. I actually kind of want to make this go like that. Just like double the length of the animation, just to make some cool stuff. Am I out of water? I almost am. How can I improve this animation? I want to make the feet kind of dangle a little bit. Boop. Like that. And then... what if I make the middle Bezier, or smooth? Like this. I might be cooking, chat. Excuse me. Boop. And now the feet rotate, or they rotate. They kind of like dangle a little bit, you know? Here, many things in the past said were impossible would never happen. Dog, you cannot break the laws of physics. Yeah, if an object in motion stays in motion, then an object at rest stays at rest. But no, that's the laws of motion. Yippee! Imagine just having a shiny one of these. That would be sick. You got the right spirit, Neon. Thank you, thank you. I'm glad I could. I'm glad I could contribute to this conversation in any capacity. Because I'm just like doing my own thing, and you guys are like genetics. Okay, chat. So, can somebody tell me how to we're gonna take a break from what we're talking about in chat. Can somebody tell me how to genetically modify my hair so that it does, like, you could have this on anybody, you know? For reference, uh, it kind of, when you look into it, it kind of looks like you're looking into like deep space and it's like the cosmos, right? And like the beauty of the universe, and also it grants you really, really crappy, uh, inconsistent like telekinetic powers, you know? So how do you genetically modify that onto like an ordinary human without the use of like space dust, you know? A wig? Okay, got you. Okay, next question. If I were to like edit someone's genome to like with the goal of having this kind of hair, like what kind of genomes would I edit? Excuse me. Which actually, now that I think about it, sorry, off topic. Now that I think about it, we don't actually need to make an air idol if he's always flying. I didn't even think about that. I just thought like there's no way he can walk on these feet. I just thought about that. Like, not even kidding. Let's see here. My brain is braining so hard right now. Also, hold on. Look at the back. Okay. Can somebody look at the look with me here at the backs of these wings, like this first like fold, and tell me that it doesn't just stay in the exact same position the entire time? Like this part here just like stays perfectly stationary. You know what I mean? Alright. Animation.ground walk. Loop. Alright, we don't need Vampire default anymore, which is fine. I kind of want to take this and speed it up. More. More! We can take the body, we can rotate it, like, that much. Hold on, how much did I rotate that? 7.5? 7.5. 7.5. 7.5. Like this. Boop. Like that. Wait, what? Hold on. That's not what I wanted. Body. Hello? There we go. And then halfway through, How am I gonna do this? Position. Where we're gonna take... Boop! Hold on. We're gonna do 8 here, 8 here, 8 here. No, we're gonna do like 9 here. And then like 3, and then 3. And then 8 here. And then 1, like that. And then we're just gonna take all these. Boop. And we're going to shorten them a little bit. Like that. And we're just gonna make it a curve, you know? Or we're gonna attempt to make it a curve. Whoop. And then we're also going to make this nice. This is not working so far. I'm not even gonna lie to you right now. Okay. And then here we can say, okay, check this out. Whoop. We have working theories that fit without the laws we observe, and in science you can't get much better than that. Whoop. I'm gonna tick everything back by 1. Everything. How am I gonna do that, you might be thinking? I don't know. It's already only 1. So, I raise you this. Skill issue. L. That's my counterpoint. I don't know. Boop 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 boop. Okay. Here's how we do it. Boop. Boop. Wait. Yeah, boop. And then boop. 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 There we go. And then we take the body. No. Wait, yes. Boop. And it'll look goofy for a little bit, but that's fine. Rotation can go, hold on. Like this. Okay, it should only be a second long. No. There we go. Okay. Bring up all animators. Boop. 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 I could state that there's an imperceivable goblin that runs around and changes everything. That is a concept that is totally useless to science and the scientific method. Saying there are things we don't know is totally pointless statement that could be left. Doop boop doo. Boop boo doo boop boop boo doo boop boo doo boo doo boo doo boo doo boo. Okay. I have come to the decision that it's about time we change the subject, I think, because as much as I would like for people to keep debating in chat, I don't want to like breed any like animosity between my viewers, because I would not want that to happen. So to effectively enact this, I ask that we talk about something else. Can we talk about bat furries again? I'm trying to talk about how cute this little bat looks. I mean, I'm making decent progress on this bat, I think. I like, here's flying animation. This animation. Excuse me. On a scale of 0 to 10, how hot was the bat you sent me? Let's see. Can I be honest? I've never been a fan of, like, that kind of, like, look. I'd give it, like, I'd say, like, a 4, because there is something there, but it's not, like, my type at all. You know what I mean? Neon, did you hear MC is changing from graphics API to OpenGL to Vulkan? I did hear about that. Apparently it's a good thing. I don't know much about it. But I did see that they were doing that, and I saw somebody commenting on it, and they're like, apparently modders are happy? So that's my takeaway as well. Apparently modders are happy, which means apparently I'm happy? Okay. Except I still run on this version from, like, 2019, so... When did 121.1 come out? Can anybody check that for me? I'll check it, actually. Uh... 2024. Okay, never mind. I was 5 years off. What about the bat furry you just sent me? That one I think is cooler. I like that one more. I'll give that one like a strong 7.5. Maybe an 8. Boop 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 doo. 7.5. Dang. I don't know. I'm not the type of person to be like, I look at something and immediately go like, dang, I want to get freaky with that thing that I'm looking at. Like, I don't think like that. I just think, like, when I look at, like, a depiction of something, I'm like, ooh, that's pretty, or ooh, that's cute, or ooh, that's ugly. I don't want to, like, instantly be like, ooh, yeah, freak time. Like, that's not me. What about this one? It's EP. That looks... I can't... Okay, I guess he's yawning. He looked very upset at me. The best thing about this change is it makes a ton of stuff better, like better performance, FPS, and PCs won't crash with large servers. That's cool. I know OpenGL was used for something in Minecraft originally. I don't remember what, though. He's upset you won't make it a Papa Bat Furry. Chat, I know you can hear me messing with these card dividers. I need to put them away so I stop fidgeting with them. Because, like, I have a very bad case of idle hands. So I'm like constantly just like fiddling with it. Like with that, like unconsciously. The only downside is a ton of mods that use OpenGL will become broken in the new versions. Well, 121.1, ladies and germs. That's why it's here. Excuse me. What would this guy's battle idol even be? Also, OpenGL is the rendering system. Like, how can he be stanced up while flying like this? That's my question. How do I accomplish that? What's the newest version? The newest version right now, I think it's 26.1, right? Because it's the first quarter of 26. The one with the baby mobs, right? Stanced up, my guy, it's a cube. Fair enough. I'm just like, how can I make this imposing while still flying like this? Because he looks so full of joy and whimsy. I don't know. I think we will worry about that later, though, because I am running out of time for stream. I just realized we've been going for almost 4 hours. What the heck? OpenGL basically allows the game to render on your screen. Without it, the game wouldn't run. Fair enough. Unfortunately, I would love to talk about this more, but we've been going almost 4 hours. I didn't even notice. I've been locked in animating, dude. And I honestly think, like, just looking at this, I feel like I have gotten better at, like, modeling and stuff, because I really like this design. Like, I almost like this, like, better than I like Chirpera. Like, just looking at them side by side. Yeah, you need sleep. Yeah, I need to do a lot of things, actually, before I sleep, but yeah. I am gonna unfortunately have to wrap things up here. Which is sad, because I would love to keep going, but I'm running out of time for today. With that said, hydrate. This is the last of my water. Alright. I want to thank everybody who showed up today, who tuned in, who popped in, YouTube and Twitch, both of you, both of y'all. I appreciate everyone who's here. I dropped the Malavox YouTube short on Saturday. I actually remembered, so if you haven't seen that yet, definitely go check it out. What else? I think schedule should be normal this week, so that's fine. I did have to miss Wednesday last week, but you already know about that. What else? I don't remember. I don't remember how to do outros. It's been a weekend, chat. We making furries now? I don't know. But yeah, you know the drill. I don't remember my outro spiel. I keep wanting to say spiel and not spiel, but I guess I'm brain rotted. I was kicked in the head by a Game Boy Advance as a child. If Neon was a furry, what furry would they be? Alright. I subbed for furries. That's gotta count for something, right? I guess so. You're not wrong about that. But yeah. If you like the stream, that's cool. You should come back for more. I stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Check my YouTube or Twitch or Twitter for schedule. And also, you should follow me on Twitter, because that would be cool. And yeah, I'll see you guys on Wednesday, okay? I hope you have a great rest of your night or day, whenever you Aww. See ya. See ya. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.